Let us begin with critical analysis of prescribed drama. This is a very important topic in literature in English. It appears in your exams every single year. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how to critically analyze a play, including plot, character, setting, theme, style, and dramatic techniques, using a sample analysis and how to answer exam questions. For this lesson, we will use Wole Soyinka's Death and the King's Horseman as our sample text. Take your notes. Let us go. First, let me give you background on Death and the King's Horseman. Wole Soyinka wrote Death and the King's Horseman in 1975. He is Nigeria's first Nobel Prize winner. The play is based on a historical event that occurred in Oyo, Nigeria, in 1946. The play is not a historical drama. Soyinka says it is a metaphysical drama. It explores the clash between Yoruba tradition and British colonialism. The play challenges the Western understanding of African customs. It argues that the colonial authorities did not understand the meaning of the ritual they interrupted. Now let me explain the plot of Death and the King's Horseman. The play is set in Oyo, Nigeria, during the British colonial period. The king of Oyo has died. According to Yoruba tradition, the king's horseman, named Ellison, must die by ritual suicide. He must accompany the king to the world of the ancestors. If he does not, the king's spirit will wander. The world will fall out of balance. Ellison has spent his life preparing for this moment. He is not afraid. He sees it as his duty and his glory. On the night of the ritual, Ellison dances through the market. He eats, drinks, and makes love to a young woman. He is celebrating. He is fulfilling his last desires. The British district officer, Simon Pilkings, hears about the ritual. He does not understand it. He sees it as a barbaric custom. He decides to stop it. He arrests Ellison and locks him in a cell. Ellison is prevented from performing his duty. He loses his honor. He is trapped between life and death. His spirit is broken. Ellison's son, Olunde, has been studying medicine in England. He returns home. He hears that his father has been arrested. He is not angry. He understands the tradition. He knows that someone must die. If his father cannot do it, he will. Olunde takes his father's place. He goes to the place of ritual. He kills himself. He restores the balance. When Ellison learns that his son has died in his place, he is devastated. He finally manages to kill himself. But it is too late. The ritual is not complete. The world remains out of balance. The play ends with a sense of tragedy. The British officer does not understand what he has done. He thinks he has saved a life. In fact, he has caused 2 deaths. Now let me explain the major characters in Death and the King's Horseman. Elezin is the protagonist. He is the king's horseman. He is a man of great vitality and charm. He loves life. He loves women. He loves food. He has spent his life preparing for death. He is not afraid. When the time comes, he dances. He celebrates. But when he is arrested, he loses his honor. He is trapped. He fails in his duty. He is a tragic figure. He is not a victim. He is complicit. He could have killed himself earlier. He waited too long. He chose pleasure over duty. His flaw is his love of life. Olunde is Ellison's son. He has been studying medicine in England. He has been educated in Western ways. But he has not lost his Yoruba identity. He understands the tradition. He accepts it. When his father fails, he takes his place. He kills himself. He is the true hero of the play. He is calm, rational, and brave. He is the opposite of his father. He fulfills his duty where his father fails. Simon Pilkings is the British district officer. He is not evil. He is ignorant. He does not understand Yoruba culture. He sees the ritual as barbaric. He thinks he is saving a life. He does not realize that he is causing a greater tragedy. He is a product of his colonial education. He believes in British superiority. He is arrogant. He is also a comic figure. He wears a Yoruba mask to a bull. He does not understand its meaning. He represents the cultural blindness of colonialism. Jane Pilkings is Simon's wife. She is also ignorant. She is more sympathetic. She feels uneasy about interrupting the ritual. She asks questions. She tries to understand. But she cannot. She is also a product of her culture. Iyaloja is the mother of the market. She is the leader of the women. She represents tradition. She is wise. She respects Ellison, but she is also angry when he fails. She delivers the final speech of the play. She curses the British. She mourns the loss of 2 men. Now let me explain the setting of Death and the King's Horseman. The play is set in Oyo, Nigeria, during the British colonial period. The time is 1946. The physical settings include the market, where Ellison dances. The market is a place of life. It is full of color, noise, and energy. Ellison celebrates there. The other main setting is the British residence. It is a place of order and control. It is where Pilkings gives orders. The contrast between the two settings reflects the clash of cultures. The social setting is colonial Nigeria. The British are in power. They make the laws. They do not understand local customs. They try to impose their values. The Yoruba people resist, but they are powerless. The play captures the tension of the colonial situation. Now let me explain the themes in Death and the King's Horseman. The main theme is the clash between tradition and colonialism. The Yoruba tradition requires the horseman to die. The British colonial authorities see this as barbaric. They stop the ritual. They do not understand its meaning. They cause a greater tragedy. 2 men die instead of 1. Soyinka does not present the British as evil. He presents them as ignorant. They are products of their culture. They cannot understand what they do not know. The theme is about cultural misunderstanding. Another theme is duty versus desire. Ellison has a duty. He must die. But he also has desires. He wants to dance. He wants to make love. He wants to enjoy his last night. He delays. He gives in to desire. He fails in his duty. His son must take his place. The play asks whether duty or desire is more important. Ellison chooses desire. He pays the price. Another theme is the nature of tragedy. The play is a tragedy. The hero fails. He is not evil. He is flawed. His flaw is his love of life. He cannot let go. His son is the true hero, but he dies. The British officer does not understand. He thinks he has prevented a tragedy. He has caused it. Another theme is the meaning of death. For the Yoruba, death is not the end. It is a transition. The horseman must accompany the king to the world of the ancestors. Death is a duty. It is an honor. For the British, death is the end. It is to be avoided at all costs. The play contrasts these two views. The British cannot understand why someone would willingly die. They cannot understand that death can be meaningful. Now let me explain the style and dramatic techniques in Death and the King's Horseman. Soyinka uses rich, poetic language. The dialogue is lyrical. Ellison's speeches are full of imagery and metaphor. He compares himself to a bird. He compares death to a journey. The language reflects the Yoruba worldview. Soyinka uses irony. The British think they are saving a life. They cause 2 deaths. This is tragic irony. The audience knows what the British do not. Soyinka uses symbolism. The market symbolizes life. The British residence symbolizes order and control. The mask symbolizes Yoruba culture. Pilkings wears a mask to a ball. He does not understand its meaning. The mask becomes a symbol of cultural blindness. The praise singer is a character who speaks directly to Ellison. He encourages him. He reminds him of his duty. The praise singer represents the voice of tradition. Soyinka uses dance and music. The play begins with Ellison's dance. The dance is joyful. It is a celebration of life. But it is also a preparation for death. The dance is a ritual. It has meaning. The British do not understand the dance. They see it as entertainment. The music also has meaning. It is not just background. It is part of the ritual. Soyinka uses the metaphysical. The play is not just about the colonial encounter. It is about the cosmic order. If the horseman does not die, the world falls out of balance. The British do not understand this. They see only the physical. They cannot see the spiritual. Soyinka argues that the British missed the true meaning of the event. They thought they were preventing a savage custom. They were actually disrupting the cosmic order. Now let me explain how to answer exam questions on Death and the King's Horseman. A common exam question asks you to discuss the character of Ellison. Here is a sample answer. Ellison is the protagonist of Death and the King's Horseman. He is the King's Horseman. He has spent his life preparing for death. When the time comes, he dances. He celebrates. He loves life. He cannot let go. He delays. When he is arrested, he loses his honor. He fails in his duty. His son takes his place. Ellison finally kills himself, but it is too late. He is a tragic figure. His flaw is his love of life. He is not evil. He is weak. The audience sympathizes with him, but also judges him. He represents the conflict between duty and desire. Another exam question asks you to discuss the theme of cultural misunderstanding in the play. Here is your answer. The theme of cultural misunderstanding is central to Death and the King's Horseman. The British colonial authorities do not understand Yoruba tradition. Simon Pilkings sees the ritual suicide as barbaric. He stops it. He thinks he is saving a life. He does not realize that the ritual is not suicide. It is a duty. It is an honor. It is necessary for the cosmic order. By stopping the ritual, he causes 2 deaths. His son also dies. The tragedy is caused by ignorance. Soyinka does not present the British as evil. He presents them as products of their culture. They cannot understand what they do not know. The play is a critique of colonial arrogance. Another exam question asks you to analyze the role of Olunde. Here is your answer. Olunde is Ellison's son. He has been studying medicine in England. He has been educated in Western ways, but he has not lost his Yoruba identity. When he returns home, he learns that his father has been arrested. He understands the tradition. He knows that someone must die. He takes his father's place. He kills himself. Olunde is the true hero of the play. He is calm, rational, and brave. He fulfills his duty where his father fails. He is also a critic of colonialism. He has Western education, but he has not rejected his culture. He is able to see both sides. He chooses his culture. Another exam question asks you to discuss the use of irony in the play. Here is your answer. Soyinka uses irony effectively in Death and the King's Horseman. The main irony is tragic irony. The British think they are saving a life. They cause 2 deaths. Pilkings arrests Ellison to prevent the ritual. He thinks he has done a good thing. Instead, he has caused a greater tragedy. Ellison's son kills himself. Ellison also kills himself. The British officer does not understand what he has done. The audience does. This irony highlights the theme of cultural misunderstanding. The British cannot see the consequences of their actions. Here is what you need to take away. Death and the King's Horseman by Wole Soyinka is a tragedy about the clash between Yoruba tradition and British colonialism. The plot follows Ellison, the King's Horseman, who must die by ritual suicide. He is arrested by the British. His son, Olunde, takes his place. Ellison finally kills himself, but it is too late. Themes include cultural misunderstanding, duty versus desire, the nature of tragedy, and the meaning of death. Soyinka uses poetic language, irony, symbolism, dance, and music. Understanding Death and the King's Horseman is essential for your literature exams. Practice these concepts. When you have them down, move to topic 3.